I know I may have started a little bit of drama.
Well, I got the blue for you, Tisha. Like your friend is already doing
But
it.
no, it's different with us. Our husband is different. Marcel is just not involved.
If you wanted things to be different in your marriage, you have to look and do what is best for you.
Marcel hasn't budged on me working. So maybe I do need to put the pressure on him to get him to see how serious I am.
I get fed up and tired of people, Latisha being one, saying things about what I do or what I say, and then you do it. You know, I've been called the post queen. I have been called, always going to galas and stuff, and bougie and all of this other stuff. And now I see she's posting up stuff all the time.
Hey there. Welcome, civilians. You've arrived at the home of civilized and thought-provoking commentary. Get ready for elevation, growth, and experience. I am the civilized woman.
Hey y'all, listen, I hope y'all are all right. Now, I have started this video off with some clips. I am preparing to make a case as to why Latisha is Melody's biggest op on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, I got to tell y'all, when I was pulling these clips together, I'm like, dang, I might have to circle back and do each and every one of them regarding ops from Mel. But I was reviewing all of that, I didn't really, because y'all, I don't pay attention to anything else Carlos got going on. And then I saw other people started talking about Tisha being on his Monday night show. So I went on there and I actually listened to the part where they had the segment that they had with Tisha, and y'all, she confirmed for me my thought as to why she is Melody's biggest op. So y'all keep listening. At the end of everything, I'm going to come back and give y'all more commentary.
Because it's your platform to build it. And that's what Melody was doing when they was calling me bougie. So I built my platform.
Let's be clear here. I call you the post queen because of the statement you made about my husband. Do you think Tisha's jealous of you?
I don't know what it is.
No, I've never been jealous of anyone. I want to win at being me. That's it. And I have a lot of females around me that's doing great things. Because I've been a stay-at-home mom for over the past 6 years, it's like, okay, I need to get myself out here. I'm learning some things. It's time for me to develop and, be Tisha.
And when did all that start happening?
Man, no, it was before. When did all that start happening? When we discussed me going to get my real estate license, right?
Weren't we hanging around then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute. That's
it's
good.
just a transition in your life. It's
okay.
Like, it wasn't,
But
I don't know,
what
what are you trying to say?
I'm saying you said you had all these great, wonderful female friends around you, and I'm just being honest, from me starting to hang with you in 2014 to what you're doing and what you're doing in 2019. I'm just saying,
Thank you, Mel, for making me.
I just want to thank you.
You want the credit? You have it. You have it, girl. Stand up. You gotta stand up. Thank you.
I'm not as big on credit as Martell is. Like, I don't need pats on the back. I don't need bows. But at the same time, don't be out here talking about me when you're really liking what I'm doing.
I'm not talking about you.
That's all I'm saying.
What did I say about you?
I just named all the stuff you said 1 through 8 about me.
What was it? You said the blueprint.
I said galas, me posting all the time. I'm not the same girl anymore, and I'm like, I'm branding myself. I gotta post. And now you do.
I don't recall talking about her posting.
Period. Wants to know if she and I can talk outside. Immediately, I'm like, oh, Lord, really? Because it's so draining when I have to sit down and talk with her. But hey, if it'll make her possibly feel better that we have this conversation right now, let's have the conversation.
So this has been a pretty good thing. I'm happy that Adair and Sadari, got this weekend together for us to just sit down and talk. I'm happy that Martell was finally able to, say something. I'm happy we had our moment to talk a little bit. And I really want to move forward. And whatever that means, I just don't want us to be enemies. I don't want us to speak badly about each other. I don't want us to take the jabs and saying things that's mean, but in a nice way.
I guess you're saying that because you say that I'm nice nasty.
Yes.
But you talk a lot about positive energy, and to be honest, you don't always give that off yourself.
Really?
Yeah, really. Like, I'll just give you an example. So, like, last night at the table, while the guys were, you know, having their discussion in Sadark and were trying to mediate, there were multiple times when you were doing your whole neck thing.
Really?
Yeah, you were. And if you notice, when they were talking, for the most part, I just sat there with no expression. But you was definitely on your, like, yeah.
And you know, I wish you would have called it out. That's what I'm saying about the communication, because honestly, I didn't notice I was doing it. And it wasn't even about that. When the guys was talking, Martell, he apologized for saying everything that he said. I would have liked for him to make a particular apology for what he said about Marceau and the 20 girlfriend thing. You know, especially being that you guys just went through a situation like that, you shouldn't want to destroy a family like that.
I don't feel like Martell is going to apologize.
Okay.
But I don't think anybody's out here trying to destroy family, or things probably would have been said a long time ago. Our husbands have been friends for a long time, and they know a lot about one another.
Apparently, Mel needed a moment alone with Kimmy. I don't know what her and Kimmy has to talk about so important, but obviously, Kimmy and Mel, I guess they're forming this really tight bond right now. We haven't really spoken directly, but I do want to try to rekindle a friendship from, you know, this point forward.
I do feel like, you know, everyone wants to move forward, but for me, it's all about, you know, actions. For me to move forward, I need people to own their.
Me too, because I own mine. Mel has a wall up, and so she's in a place where she can allow the wall to come down. She's not going to see the effort that I'm trying to put into repairing our relationship.
For me, I will say that I apologize to you for things I've said that have been hurtful to you. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to bring another woman pain or hurt. So I do apologize.
I'm kind of shocked. It's really big of Mel to own up to the fact that she's been trying to hurt me. Maybe she really can change. I think for me, I'm going to apologize for what I said because I felt like that was wrong. And I did say it to hurt you. You're still hurting from this. So it's like, why stab you or kick you when you're already down?
I appreciate that, girl.
So,
I know that's right. Let's build each other up. Thanks, Tisha.
You're welcome.
It's nice to really hear Tisha apologize because I didn't think she had it in her, even though I apologized first. It is nice to see that, you know, she understands how hurtful she's been. Tisha, hey. Tisha texted me and said that she needed to talk to me, so I told her, hey, we could just meet at the house. I hope everything's okay between us because we really have been trying to work hard to rebuild our friendship since game night. How you been doing?
Pretty good. What about you?
I'm good, girl.
After seeing Martell post, I wanted to track Mel down. I know she would appreciate me coming to see her versus a call or a text.
I can't believe that Tisha has the audacity to crash my event. Like, this is many years in the making and many dollars spent. That girl is a loose cannon, and I cannot have her around tonight. Like, there's a reason that you weren't invited.
So I'm developing professionally. I also want to make sure I'm developing personally. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to step out. I'm going to go to her event and show some support.
So, Melody's having an event called Embrace Beauty.
Thank you.
Latisha made the conscious decision to show Melody, I support you.
I went to the Embrace event to move forward.
We cannot make any grown man or woman do what they do not want to do.
So, yeah, I mean, what Omini said is true, but
Melody did not know that she was coming.
the chance to see, hold on.
And we didn't know how Melody was going to react to that.
Wrong. Hey, I was sitting here watching this video.
It's kind of like a bride on her wedding day. Somebody shows up that she didn't invite, that she don't get along with. Let somebody else handle that. Hey, security.
No, we did not tell Melody to get security on Latisha.
What do you think this is? I don't play. Okay, she's right there in the yellow polka dots. Help yourself.
No, we did not tell Melody to kick Latisha out of the event.
Let her know it's a private event. She's going to have to leave.
But what we did do was follow it.
You look very nice.
I've been asked to escort you out.
Why?
So when Melody has security escort her out,
It's always, oh, Tisha's going to look like the bad person Tisha taking all the L's. Where's my car?
I mean, we all gagged.
Tisha.
We couldn't believe it.
It's just like, you want my family to be around you guys, you want all my friends to be around you guys, but then, like, it's like when you guys try to reach out, it is escort her out. To me, that was like the nail in the coffin. I'm like, okay, I'm good, I'm done. I'm really upset.
So am I, because that wasn't supposed to happen. I just want you to know you did nothing wrong. Seriously, you coming here was huge.
One thing about this cast is they are real people who are willing to speak their minds.
I'm like a real business person, and there's business people in there.
Exactly.
I know the speculation is, oh my gosh, Tisha, they set you up.
Her getting security, that's not us. Production did not tell her to do anything, just so you know.
Okay.
Nothing on this show is scripted, period.
I'm done.
I ain't even sweating.
Y'all, I'm sorry. I had to interject for a moment. Do y'all see how messy production is? Okay, y'all have already acknowledged that she was not invited by Melody at Melody's event. That Melody did not know that she was coming. And then y'all want to act like so surprised that Mel had her escorted out. Y'all may not have thought that that was happening, or y'all couldn't have planned that, but that certainly worked in y'all's favor. Tisha did not go there because she was trying to quote-unquote support Melody. She went there for her own purpose. It's disrespectful to go somewhere you know you and somebody not getting along, and then you're going there when it's their event that they paid for and that they have put on, and they don't want you there. So you weren't there to show no support. You were there for your own purpose. Yet alone, again, showing how you all only like Mel for what y'all are able to get when y'all are in her space, around her, or have some kind of affiliation with her. All right, y'all, I'm going to try not to do this, but I can't make no promises. Y'all gonna get some more clips, and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary, or I may interject like I did right there, because that was crazy.
Why does it sound like you're Team Mel right now?
Well, I'm team friendship.
When I was at Latisha's graduation party, we had a great conversation. You know, it just really opened up the door for us to move a little farther in our friendship. Even though we've had a rocky past,
My husband has never cheated on me. Let's be clear about that.
when your husband's at the bar, get them kids to a babysitter and roll up to the bar, honey. First of all, I can't destroy your marriage.
You tried.
No, I didn't try. Don't be coming up in my face acting like it ain't happened.
It happened to you, not me.
Girl, I definitely feel like we're both in a state where we're ready to move forward. And so I'm inviting her over today just to catch up and have good conversation for old time's sake. Latisha, what's up?
Pretty.
Really pretty.
Thank you.
Good.
How are you? I'm good. I got a gift for you. It's my first time here. Bought some goodies.
Okay. Love it. Come on. Girl, let me see what you got. And I got us some stuff out too. Let me see what you got. Because I know you like wine.
Yeah, well, and this is actually champagne. This is our new business adventure. It's chocolate in a bottle. So this is champagne. It has like a little taste of like chocolate in it. So I want you to try it.
Oh, okay.
And let me know what you think about it.
That's
This
so
is new
sweet.
to us. I was surprised and happy that Mel invited me over to her house. I mean, it shows that we're both trying to move forward in the right direction. And these are baby steps that's needed in any type of relationship.
Why is Mel even here? No one told me Melody was supposed to be at this event. This is my daughter time.
I didn't have a problem with you then at all. I had my own going on. And so, yeah, I feel like that misunderstanding really started a whole lot of stuff.
All right. What is your response to that?
I feel like it's BS.
What is?
When our friendship started going down, it was because of things that was being said. It wasn't about being available to anyone. So
That's not
that's
true.
why I just don't think that's true.
You and I literally had that conversation.
So you assume that there was a problem between you and I because I had distanced myself.
Yeah, something was going on.
And when you asked, I told you everything was fine.
It's like nothing.
And you thought I was being fake though when I gave the answer.
Right. our friendship started going down because of issues that happened with her and her marriage, and she started blaming my family for it.
We didn't experience infidelity in our marriage or with each other, whatever, until we all started hanging out.
I think there's things that has been done and said, and for me, it's the lies that Mel has told about my relationship and tried to destroy my marriage.
Okay. Hey, y'all, it's me again. Now, listen, I had to come back in again because for the umpteenth time, it was your mother and Martell who talked about Marceau cheating. Melody was never the one that brought up about your husband cheating. Obviously, if her husband is cheating and your husband and her husband hang together, it would be a natural thing for her to say, listen, this is not something that we have seen in our marriage until we started being around y'all. Now, I'll give you that. That's natural for you to feel a way about that. But the fact remains is that this whole thing about your husband cheating did not start with Melody. I don't know why you're committed to saying that. Well, I think I know why. You need a plausible reason to have an issue with Melody. And this ruining your marriage thing is the stick that you went with because that's what you wanted to do. You needed some logical reason. There was none. And you keep saying that if you're that concerned about somebody trying to ruin your marriage, then you need to be blaming the proper parties for that. And that's your mother, firstly, primarily, and then Martell, secondly. All right. I'm done. More, and I keep saying clips, y'all. I mean audio. More audio going back because I feel like I need to build a case. I need to paint a picture because so much goes on with this show that we forget what happens from the beginning. And these are not all the way chronological. It just gives you a timeline or an idea of the Mel and Tisha and kind of relationship or storyline of their relationship, if you will. This kind of like, reconciling to where we are today. So that's it for now. More audio, and I'll be back again, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what I've lied about to you, or Tisha. What have I lied about that I've said?
Okay.
And this is why we are here. This is the problem. Because my thing is, ain't nothing I ever say or will say is going to be a lie or have said.
I can leave. You can fix this with these three ladies, but I don't feel like I should be here. There's nothing.
Why not, Tisha?
Because there's nothing for me here. There's nothing for me here. I'm not getting anything out of this. You're not going to be honest. You're not going to be truthful. So it just doesn't make sense for me being here. I don't see the point of me being here. I can't reconnect with anyone that can own up to what they have done to another person that has been there for them. Mel, no, I have been there for her. When her and Martell was going through that issue, I was there for her. Before then, we used to hang out with the kids. I was there for her. I was available for her. But the thing she has done towards me that I did not deserve is unfair.
Can she please say the things that I have done that are unfair?
And when she's ready to be truthful and come forward, then I'll be willing to have the conversation. That's for attention. That's attention.
Tell me,
right there.
no. Tell me truth about what?
The post that you put up about my husband. Talk about that.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And what is your question?
Happy to see you here. I'm happy you made it to my event. And I'm happy that we're really able to let the guys handle their things, and we stay focused on us. So
For now, we've been able to.
yeah, no,
Hopefully it stays that way.
No, it's gonna stay.
Was the same way emotionally, aggressively came at this girl tried to destroy my marriage.
Issue with you? Hell yeah, we knew Martell was cheating on you. Martell was cheating on you for 3 years, and you got a baby.
That's your husband. You know your husband cheating on you every day, and you don't care. She can never say to me she's because she still has a lot in her heart. And I'm not here for people. I've never lied to Tisha, ever.
Tisha is literally proving to me right now why she and I can never be cool.
She says she gets over things, but no, that's a lie. I felt myself getting to a place where I was about ready to jump across the table. And I have too much at stake for that. I have too many pending partnership deals and too many current ones to be messing it up. So I'm so proud of myself that I got up and walked out. At this point, I literally have had all I can take when it comes to Latisha. Bye, Felicia. Tisha, yes, that's what I said. I break away from everything, and I have to have my own time.
I think it's an excuse, but I mean, since you brought me, I think when Mel needs you, you're there for her. But then when she get it together, then she's too busy.
How does it feel for you to hear Tisha say that about you? That's your character.
I feel like, what the hell? What do you mean when I get it together? Since I've known you, I've always had it together. And let's be clear, the moment when I did stop talking to you, when I was going through the stuff with Martell, which I've shared with you, I pulled back because I was going through stuff with my husband. That's not me having it together.
I was talking to you when you was going through stuff with
But when I stopped at first, but then remember, I stopped talking to you. And we've already had many conversations where I shared that the reason I pulled back is because I had to focus on what I had going on.
You're right. That sounds good.
Tisha and I have had that conversation. That was why I pulled back, because I had my own marital stuff. That's not things going well. So don't put me out like I'm a user. Like when I need you, I'm gonna be talking to you.
I don't think you know
so
how
let's
to be a real friend, Mel,
you don't have, and I don't think you do either,
Oh,
Tisha.
I definitely know how to be a great friend.
Because this is why. While you were over there making your little face and you finally told the truth about how you felt.
But since you want to come for me, let's go. Because I wasn't making a face.
You did. See, all of that. There's no reason we should even be having communication. Okay, Tisha.
And we don't have an issue. I'm just speaking my truth.
Do we not have an issue because you just turned up real quick?
I did not.
You kind of did,
okay,
though.
Well, you felt some type of way about that because I swear I wasn't turning up with what you said. I don't know anything about your and Destiny relationship.
So let me ask you this. When you see the issues that Destiny and Melody are having, can you relate to that when you and Melody were friends as well?
Not so much on the show, because I think when we was filming, our relationship was over with at that time. So she was throwing dabs at me. Between her and Destiny, they was forming their relationship while we was filming. So she's been a lot nicer to Destiny than she was with me when we was filming. You have a dark soul. Oh. She is the true definition of the devil in sheep clothing.
Walking into this meeting that Kimmy has put together, I am hopeful and optimistic that we can have a conversation and be in a better space than we were, 4 months ago, when I had a dark and evil soul. So, I don't know if souls really can change in 3-4 months. Or, I don't know if that's possible. But anyway.
Forever. Like the whole revenge porn thing, that did happen. That is a true thing that really happened.
Whew, y'all, Tisha is draining. I forgot how draining she was, so I went back and tried to pull all these clips. Y'all, and did y'all see how many times they reconnected, tried to reconcile, tried to I'm trying to figure out the value that Melody saw in this relationship. Obviously, there was some value there initially. It's hard to see that now. And even back then, it was very much Mel was the mentor, Tisha was the mentee, even though Tisha is older than Melody. So from the onset, it looked like Mel was given more in this relationship than what she was getting, in my opinion. But just going back at all those clips just solidifies the picture I have in my mind of Tisha, and that's based off of what she has presented to us on the screen. If there's any more depth to her, she has been done a great disservice, and quite frankly has done so to herself as well, that she has not illustrated that depth. I find it very hard to believe that she's not jealous or envious of Melody in some kind of way, because if she wasn't, she would not be trying to compete with her. At some level, she would not feel like throwing marriage in her face like is a badge of honor, in particular her marriage, based on what they've shown us on the TV screen. That's the one thing that she has over Melody, is that she's still married, and in her mind she's kind of worked it out to where that gives her some kind of edge. Don't nobody see that, but nevertheless, they had more reconciliations than Destiny launching Madani. That was a lot. At the beginning of the show, Tisha came across as being humble. At least that's how she came across. Just kind of wanting to learn, like excited to be in this world with Melody, where she can be around movers and shakers and other women that are doing things. Like she kept talking about, she wanted to be back in the workforce, and Marcel had her, staying at home, and he wasn't helping with the kids. So in the beginning, she definitely gave that Mel was something for her to aspire to. And I remember years ago, I don't know how many years it was. It had to be at least a good decade plus ago. I remember somebody saying to me that there's always these three levels. There is a level where you have a level of people where y'all are at the same spot, so y'all are there to encourage each other. Then you have the people that are lower than you, and they're there for you to help pull them up. And then you have the people that's above you, and they're aspirational. They're what you're to aspire to. And looking at this cast as a whole, I don't see anybody who was at the level of Melody, nor who she could aspire to. Everybody in some kind of way were people that she had to pull up in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? And in particular, we're talking about her and Tisha. To me, that was definitely the case. Tisha wasn't presenting anything to Melody that Melody would need her for or could not get on her own or by herself. I don't know what new knowledge she brought to Melody. I don't know what new business opportunities she brought to Melody. I don't know what kind of peace she brought to Melody. I'm sure there were some, because we've heard them talk about how they used to vacation together, they would do dinners together, all these different things. And that was when Melody was of the understanding that these were actually her friends. She at the time didn't see the full picture to know they were never her friends. They were really Martell's friends that he had around her for whatever reason he wanted to have her, her around them. And I have my speculations on that I'll probably do some content about down the road. But just looking at going through these clips, and then now we're fast forwarding to recent events. Like when the park thing happened, I didn't realize how long Tisha, Martell, and Marceau knew each other. I had no clue that they went back that far. I assumed that Marceau and Martell. I didn't even think about it being college days. I thought it might have been after college that they all kind of got to know each other. But I didn't. They have known each other for a very, very long time. So really, Melody was never really, in hindsight, an integral part of this friendship group. Like you'll hear Kimmy talk about the core six. That is why they were able to have these secret alliances outside of Melody. That is why Martell was comfortable being able to have alliances with people outside of his wife. Him and Mel would talk one thing, and then when they got back with the group, she would be completely on her own. He would turn on her. That makes complete sense. I think all along that this was the plan, to have like Tisha kind of get close to Melody, and Melody being somebody who likes to help, that made it easy too for Tisha to get close enough. And just when she got close enough to think that she could usurp Melody, then she started to show her tail, which is what I really think. And after seeing all these gathering all these audio clips, that really is what the picture that is painted for me. Tisha to me is a very dangerous chick. She is, because that kind of friend, they'll always like to one up you for some reason. They relish in your downfall. Like when the Galentine scene stuck out to me because when she went at Mel and said, "Oh, you knew he was cheating on you, and then you had a baby by him," and then her saying, "We all knew that he was cheating on you." Yet you were in this lady's face, smiling in her face, had your feet under her dinner table, calling her for advice, asking for her connections. I think I heard that Melody was the one that was a connection for Tisha to become an AKA. That could be wrong, but that's what I heard. Earlier on. So all of these things, you latch yourself onto this lady to glean everything that you can get, to be in spaces that you ordinarily would not have access to, and then the moment you feel like you have one up on her, then you show your true colors. To smile when you felt like you got a sufficient rise out of her, like just kind of evil to do that to somebody who has helped you in so many ways that she'll never tell. And I'm telling y'all, Mel is better than me, because let me tell you, the moment you start talking crazy about me, I'm laying out from Genesis to Revelations, from A to Z, everything I done for you. Like, do not play with me. That is just crazy for somebody to do everything that they've done for you, and at every turn you try to gleam on their apparent downfall. And I know it has to bother, because Mel had to restart her life, and she's much better off than when she was actually married. So they were expecting for her to fall apart, and she didn't fall apart. And I know that for somebody like Tisha, she feels a way just based on what she's shown us on the show. She needs to be the it person. I think Tisha grew up in a household where, probably due to Miss Wanda, I don't know, Miss Wanda probably has like a really heavy influence on her family, and due to that, Tisha was elevated in a way that she doesn't have the confidence for. Honestly, she doesn't have the confidence to feel like she can stand toe to toe with a Melody. She doesn't have the foundation. She doesn't have the credentials to think that she's in that class. And this is not to down her. It's just we all have our own lanes, our own strength. And I think she would do better if she would just focus on the lane that is right for her, as opposed to trying to imitate somebody else's lane. They call her copy and paste for a reason, and that's very much a shame, because she's not, it's like you can make her be whatever, because she doesn't really have her own personality for real that is stand out and that would shine. And that's just the vibe that I got from going back, on this, throwing certain things in Melody's face. Now, don't hear me and think that I'm saying that Melody is perfect. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there is a level of decorum and sensitivity that you should have with somebody. And based on what we have seen on this show, I don't see what so much wrong Melody has done to Tisha that will warrant Tisha giving her what she gives her. Like, okay, she tried to ruin my marriage. It is natural that if we all hang together and our husbands hang together, like, girl, you might want to make sure that your dude ain't do me like my dude did me. That's not somebody trying to ruin your marriage. And I think that I've already covered how that never started with Melody. And so if she really was concerned about somebody trying to ruin her marriage, she would be blaming the proper parties and not trying to put it off on Melody. So we heard about, all the things that Mel, and I keep saying Mel for a reason, because I think as we discover later on that Melody was really the engine behind everything that she and Martell built. There isn't really any evidence that Martell helped to really build anything. He just kind of was along for the ride. And I say that because we see what's happened with him after their divorce. We see what Mel is doing, and we see what he's doing. So I keep saying Mel for a reason, because it really was her who built everything. Let's be for real. But hearing about how they may have, stayed in a property that Mel and her then husband owned, and driven a car that they own, and the whole Scott thing, like Mel helped them start it. Martell again came to her. Mel helped them start it, gave them resources, had Mama Van help them, gave them clients, set them on a path that they were actually making profit. And then once she, moved her hands from out of it, we now see where Scott is today. And we've heard about the lawsuits and, that's been out there and all of that. But you see what happened when they no longer had her direct resource in it. Tisha was part of, she was biting the hands that was feeding her, and continued to do so. Tisha is the ultimate optimist. Now, obviously, this is outside of Martell. Like, for me, that goes without saying. You can't even compare Martell to the rest of the cast. So for me, Tisha is the ultimate op because she really does relish in any situation that looks to be to Mel's disadvantage. If it looks like it's going to make Mel look bad, if it looks like Mel's going to be sad about it, she's going to be mad about it, it's going to get her out of character, Tisha lives for that. Think about all the scenarios that she put Mel in. I just went over all these clips in here of all the times they try to reconcile, and how she would, put on this face that she just really wanted to rebuild this relationship with Melody when they were supposed to be in this good copacetic state of things. Even after calling that lady, saying she has a dark soul and, she's the devil in sheep's clothing, right? Then you have the tea party. Y'all been knew about revenge porn. Now your husband's trying to, backtrack on that, but y'all knew about it. And then instead of going to Melody and saying, hey, listen, even if you don't think you can put any credence in it, say, hey, girl, listen, I know we not like that, but I got this information. If I were you, I would want to know. Give Mel the information and let Mel decide what she wants to do with it. But you want to act like that's not our business. However, you orchestrate scenarios to have Melody be in the space with the girl who had that information. Y'all had her at the wine tasting because you thought she was going to be there, and you're all like, I thought Mel, let's see if Mel shows up at the wine tasting. Why would Mel be at Martell's wine tasting or wine, whatever it was? His wine launch. Why would she be there? I mean, come on. So y'all had her there. That's, that was the word on the street. Definitely had her at the tea event. Girls, your hairstylist. Who out here beefing with their hairstylist that tough that you need to go to a whole kumbaya, let's learn how to communicate session when you can just go ahead and get you another hairstylist? And then here now is at this late date, and you've definitely confirmed on Monday that y'all all knew about revenge porn, which pretty much means, in my opinion, y'all all definitely saw it. Y'all saw it, and that y'all may have saw multiple things, not just that one. And then you really thought you ate in that interview when you did that. And I'm gonna follow up with a commentary on that too. It's gonna be much shorter than this one, but that deserves to have its own discussion. But you all of those things. So even while you were pretending that you're trying to be in a cordial space with this lady, you had all these things on her, and you just sat there with this little smirk on your face, like, yeah, heifer, I got you. You out here thinking you this, thinking you that. And your ex-husband out here showing, actual tapes on you, and people telling me about it, or I know I've been known he was cheating on you. What kind of person are you when someone has actually helped you? What kind of person are you? So I really was trying to figure out what Mel had gained from this relationship with Tisha. That it warranted, trying to reconcile so many times. Now, obviously, that's outside of the show, and I'm sure their kids was really close at one point, so that kind of gave the need of we're still, we still friends, we still hang with these people, we need to get along even while taping on the show. But those reconciliation efforts was a little bit too much for me. I can't do high maintenance anything. I can't do high maintenance relationships, friendships, business, whatever else. If you high maintenance, me and you are not going to work. We are all grown ups. This woman is going through one of the worst things of her life, and you want her to make time to talk to you? Like, are you okay? Are you not an adult with a life? Or is it that you were concerned that she noticed that you were janky and started to move differently towards you, and you still needed to be in some kind of connection with her, so you wanted to feign like she just is cutting off from you and she has an issue with you when she's going through a whole divorce due to infidelity, and she has 4 children that she has to handle while navigating all of that, the emotions that come with that, the days that I'm sure that she didn't even feel like getting up out her bed or out her room, and she had to because she knows she had to take care of her babies. And you over here talking about she when she needs you, then you're there, but when she doesn't need you anymore, then she's too busy. Girl, get on. So I compiled a list because I want to see, because friendships should be balanced, right? We should be getting something from each other. We're all going to have different, talents or abilities, but there should be something that we're getting from each other. There should be a simpatico. There just should be a flow to a friendship that we should both be getting something out of this. So let's just run through who's gotten what out of this relationship. So let's see here what Tisha has gotten versus what Mel has gotten out of this relationship. So if I'm not mistaken, and I stand to be corrected, I believe she became an AKA through Melody. Mel created this platform of Love and Marriage Huntsville, contrary to what whoever may want to say that gave Tisha the opportunity to be on our television screens, and in my opinion have not made the most and the best out of this opportunity. She has allowed herself to get stuck in a storyline, and she's not, getting out of that. And then to start talking and trying to be quote unquote transparent in this day and age is just ridiculous, when you could have been that years ago. That would have really been beneficial and would have grown you a genuine fan base, not just people who just hate on Mel. That's why they're your friends or they're your fans. But you could have garnered a genuine fan base and be able to do some things. But again, I don't know how I don't know how your capabilities are set up. I don't know if you're playing a role or if you're really this incapable, in my opinion. Not that you couldn't. I don't know if you have the fortitude to want to rise to the occasion. And if you do, they're doing you a great injustice by not having that be illustrated on our TV screen. So we cover the AKA thing. Mel helped them. Their sculpts are giving them clients and resources, helping them, just pretty much helping them with a profitable business, providing them with a home and a car, allegedly. That's just to name a few. And I'm still waiting for what Melody gained in a friendship with Tisha. I hadn't come across it yet. I stand to be corrected. I sure hope that somebody would circle back and let me know what I've missed, but I don't see how Mel has benefited from this relationship overall or in any specific way. I'm sure that Melody knows things about Latisha that she could put on blast and just has elected not to, because she's a classy lady, right? She's not just gonna blast you or go out her way to try and hurt your feelings. But don't push her, because she does have her red phone and is always willing and able to pull that out at the ready if you cross the line. So why has she elected not to use these things, right? Outside of what I said, she hasn't returned eye for eye. I think she pities Tisha. Really, Tisha is not formidable. even though Melody is younger than Tisha, Tisha is not formidable, and I think there's a level of pity, and that to me is sad. I'd rather you dislike me than pity me, because pity says to me that I'm just, oh, you poor thing. She can't even. Like, I'm not even gonna try and kick her while she's down. She's not even at my level. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be pitied. But Tisha is not formidable. I think that she puts on the air of confidence, and she doesn't really have it because she's gone through these different iterations of who she's supposed to be. She went from being a housewife, which I think is probably more true to who she is, or at least what she settled for, than this boss chick that she's been putting on these later seasons. So listen, I want y'all to come back. I'm sorry, I know this one is a little longer than this is probably the longest one I've done thus far, but I want y'all to come back because we had to lay out the foundation. We had to go back to come forward. But y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Let's chat about this thing. Until next time.
Please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.
Forever. Like the whole revenge porn thing, that did happen. That is a true thing that really happened. And